Hey guys, let me just check my audio. Make sure we got audio. Okay, we got audio. All right. I'd like to start off and wish everyone a Merry Christmas. I actually filmed the three reviews I'm going to be doing today prior to Christmas, and what happened was they were like 25 minutes long, and they were just kind of a pain to hassle. They were a pain in the asked to edit, so I just decided to cut them and redo it and try to keep my length down to a minimum. And also, the framing on all my other videos were a little bit weird because I was using a new camera and I wasn't quite used to it, so I didn't know where to go. So now I have my Mac, and I'm using just the standard um, i eyesight, so with my own mic, and hopefully everything is good now. But the first movie I want to review is one that I seen a little over almost a week ago now. This is 40, and I want to just start off with I'm like the biggest Judd Apatow slappy in the world, man. I love everything that guy comes out with. You know, his movies, his TV shows, the movies he produces, and even all the talent that he's brought up in with his films and his TV shows. You know, like Seth Rogen and Jason Segel. I love everything those guys do. I think they're real talented, and I think Judd is the founding father of the modern comedy movement right now. Because he really does have his name in everything. So everything I like, you know. So yeah, I'd like to throw that out there. And with that said, I'm also I may be biased towards Judd Apatow, but this movie has a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. So I walked into it with moderate expectations because his last movie, Funny People, I think it the first two acts, 2.5 acts are fantastic. I love them, and then the third act is just really shaky, and it really it falters in the third act, and because of that, I it's not my favorite Apatow film, but Knocked Up and 40-Year-Old Virgin, I love those two. So that being said, I walked into This Is 40 with it having a rotten score, thinking, oh, it's probably, Apatow's really going down. But I walked out, and I'll be honest, man, I loved the movie. I thought Judd did a great job doing what I think he's one of the best at, and that's balancing comedy, and not only comedy, but a lot of crude, you know, vulgar comedy with very heartfelt dramatic elements to his films, and that was shown really truly in Funny People, but in this one I think he perfected that, and because of that I love the film, and I have to give it up to Paul Rudd and Leslie Mann because it showed in Knocked Up, but in this one their chemistry is just perfect, man. I actually would think that they were a married couple, to be honest with you, and because of that, it's just like it really makes the film. And Judd Apatow's two daughters, they play the daughters in Knocked Up and This Is 40, and it's just like obviously they're Leslie Mann's real daughters, but it's like it feels like a perfect family. Not a perfect family, but it feels like we're not watching a fake family. It feels like Paul Rudd is their father, and you have to applaud the director for that, and you have to applaud both the everyone involved, the actors and everyone. But obviously I can't talk about the script because everything he does is highly improvised. But I'm gonna throw this out there: the ending of This Is 40 is just perfect. With Knocked Up, or not Knocked Up, Funny People, I said that I think the movie got a little too shaky for the last like 25 minutes. I like the absolute ending, but the last 30 minutes or so were just really shaky, and it made me dislike not dislike the movie, but I think the last 30 minutes could have been changed a lot. And so with This Is 40, it got a little bit too much because of all the crying kind of at the end. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see it, but it ended the movie fucking perfectly. And I have to say, man, I was watching it and I'm like, oh my god, please end here. It's panning out and it's getting farther and farther back. And I was like, please go black, please go black. And it goes black, and I'm like, fuck yeah, woo, you know. And I love the movie. It made me love the movie. I was like, I really like this, but just end it well, and it did that. So I applaud Judd Apatow for that, and I applaud everyone involved. But I'm gonna throw this out there. Albert Brooks right now is turning out some amazing work. I hopefully this movie brings some more comedic roles. But last year he was in Drive and got snubbed for an Oscar nomination, in my opinion. And then this year he was just a scene stealer in This Is 40. The scene at the end of the movie, I won't talk about it, but the scene at the end of the movie with Leslie Mann is top notch, man. But him and Paul Rudd just have this great chemistry, and I actually was like, man, they played a good father-son duo, you know, which I was a little weary about when I seen that. When I seen that he was playing his father, because they really don't look alike, but he nailed the fucking role. And Jason Segel, man, that guy can do no wrong, realistically. He's in this movie for two scenes, and he steals both of them. So, I just go see This Is 40. I give This Is 40 an 8.5 out of 10. I loved it. It's probably my favorite comedy of the year. It's near my top 10 or in my top 10 right now. But go see This Is 40. It does not deserve that 50% Rotten Tomatoes score it has. It is a great Apatow film. If you like any of his other ones, this one is right there with it. It might be, I don't know where I'd rank it, but I really, really loved This Is 40. The chemistry with the characters, the story, the ending, Jason Segel, Paul Rudd, and Albert Brooks are scene stealers, and this is a great film. Go see it. Thanks.